A very beautiful morning to you. Good morning and welcome to Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We're reaching you live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. It's another morning to take a look at the dailies and keep you abreast about happenings around Nigeria. As Perspectives Unlimited is that program where we go beyond the news to help you make sense of some of the stories across our various national dailies. So together with the analyst in the studio this morning, we will be delving into the dailies and checking out some of the latest stories across our various national dailies this morning. My name is Toluwaleke Alli. You can watch us live on Facebook, as well live on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. At Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. And drop your comments and your views as we go on the show this morning. And of course, when it is time, we'll also be opening the phone lines for you to join to be a part of the show. But remember that your contributions matter. However, let's try as much as possible to keep it civil so we don't, insult other people as they also try to express their opinions on the show. Let's check out the front pages across some of our national dailies this morning. Beginning from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, above the masthead, high costs hit banks as inflation bites small depositors hard. And that's on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. 210 trillion naira probe. Senate rejects NNPCL's explanation, insists it must refund money to government. And that's on page 4. The lead story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper reads, Reps begin probe of border security architecture funding. And it has a rider, only 84 out of identified 1,978 entry points are officially manned by security operatives. That's the lead story, and it can be found on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning. Customs discovers 29.4 billion naira cocaine inside export boxes at PTML terminal. And that's on page 26. Gunmen abduct 6 defense ministry directors in Kogi. The story is on page 28 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Sanwo-Olu at Arewa House. We will defeat insecurity. Others. And it has a rider, advocates stronger unity, lists gains of renewed hope agenda. And that's on page 3. Tinubu must show determination to flush out Boko Haram sympathizers from military. That's coming from Professor Akinyemi. And it's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And still on page 3, Wike military officers clash over alleged illegal land development. Gridlock on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway keeps many stranded for hours, and that's on page 26. And on page 4, which is the health column, music may help reduce dementia by up to 40%, according to a study. That's the story. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning. Moving on to the Punch newspaper now. Above the masthead, PDP crisis deepens as Abuja court holds convention. That's on page 14. Also on page 14, Tinubu governors Sultan grace at the editors' conference today. Only 44% of social benefits reach poor Nigerians. That's coming from the World Bank, and it's on page 27 of the Punch newspaper. And still on that, page 27, Nigeria's debt may hit 193 trillion naira with new loans. The lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. House shuts down plenary amid tension over budget, and it has a rider over 45 bills. Reports stalled. Reps grumble over inadequate funding during 10th closed-door session. And the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. World Cup playoffs. Eagles boycott training over bonuses. And that's on page 45. Tension as Wike soldiers clash over ex-naval chief's land. And that's on page 12. Still on page 12 of the Punch newspaper, which is the final story on that front page. NDLEA, US, UK unravel 338 billion naira global cocaine network. And those are the stories on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning. Moving on to the Vanguard newspaper now, the lead story, Trump, diplomatic engagements yielding results. That's according to the federal government, and it has a couple of riders. Alleges certain U.S.-based lobby groups working to misrepresent Nigeria's situation. Federal government not doing enough to end Christian killings. That's coming from U.S. Congressman. Tinubu COAS meets behind closed doors. Shaibu assures Nigerians of improved security. Nigeria bleeding from its own divisions. That's the Vatican envoy. Embrace dialogue, not anger over Trump's comments. Northern Can urges Nigerians. Terrorism in Nigeria, multifaceted. That's according to Afeni Ferry. Protest rocks Katsina communities over bandits' attacks. That particular rider is on page 7, but this story can be seen on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Edu pledges review of capital gains tax to boost investor confidence, and that's on page 19. All set for editors' conference in Abuja today. That's on page 8. Tinubu's reforms winning North. That's coming from Badaru Anyim Arewa think tank. And that's on page 57, I beg your pardon. Wike soldiers bicker over alleged land grabbing in Abuja. And the story can be found on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. We have approved duty-free importation for aircraft spare parts. That's coming from Kiyamo, and it's on page 9. No governor can complain of poor funding under Tinubu. That's according to Sanwo-Olu, and the story is on page 10. PDP crisis. Lamido secures another court order stopping convention. And that story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. The final story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. Anambra poll. Soludo. Deputy receive certificates of return from INEC. And that's on page 11. On the front page of the Guardian newspaper, Amechi Ezekwesili asked Nigerians to hold politicians accountable, urge electoral system overhaul. And that's on page 3. Nigeria eyes 2.8 million barrels per day oil output as NUPRC begins licensing round. And that's on page 4. Senate rebukes NNPC, rejects explanation on unaccounted 210 trillion naira. Ambition, legal battles stall PDP convention, threatens 2027 prospects. And that's on page 6. Federal government may suspend planned CGT over market concerns. That's on page 3. Wike military officers field over disputed FCT property. And that's on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper. Genocide, Nigerians urge Tinubu to go harder on terrorists and bloodshed. And that's on page 6. NAFDAC outlaws production, sale of sachet alcoholic beverages. And the story is on page 10 as well, or page 30, I beg your pardon, of the Guardian newspaper. Federal government moves to ban single-use plastics. That's on page 4. Anxiety as investors lose 4.6 trillion naira in equities, single largest post-COVID daily loss. And that's on page 18. Those are the stories across some of the front pages of our national dailies this morning. All right, joining me this morning is our analyst, Chukwemeka Munachi. So good morning, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Tolu.
All right, good to have you on the show this morning. Let us begin with the late story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. Trump, diplomatic engagements yielding results. That's according to the federal government. So the federal government said yesterday that the ongoing diplomatic engagements between Nigeria and the United States were producing positive results towards easing tensions in both countries' relations. The government spoke on a day the United States Congressman Bill Uzenga expressed disappointment in the Nigerian government's handling of ongoing attacks on Christians, calling for economic sanctions rather than military intervention. Meanwhile, the Secretary of the Dicastery of Evangelization at the Vatican, Archbishop Fortunatus Nwachukwu, has warned that Nigeria's insecurity was self-inflicted, blaming the country's deep divisions and growing intolerance for the unending cycle of violence. But the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in the 19 northern states and the FCT, yesterday urged Nigerians to embrace dialogue as the best way to resolve the country's challenges. And similarly, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, said adopting the conventional war approach was not the way to solve the terrorism challenge in Nigeria, noting that terrorism was multifaceted. And on the engagement with the U.S. government, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said talks between both countries were yielding positive results. While speaking on a UK-based news program, Idris confirmed that constructive dialogue was underway and yielding mutual understanding. And he said that intelligence had also established links between a proscribed separatist organization in Nigeria and certain U.S.-based lobby groups that are allegedly working to misrepresent Nigeria's situation to American policymakers.
That is where they are still going. They are still trying to shift blame. If there is a separatist group in Nigeria, are they the people killing people in the north? You see, when you are truthful, when you understand that you are sick, and agree that you are sick, you get help. But where you are looking for blame, when you are looking for people to point finger at, you can never find solution to your problem. Nigeria has a huge problem of bloodshed. Is it the separatist group that told that pastor in Plateau to do a video? Is it the separatist group that sent headers to Plateau State to be killing people like houseflies? Is it the separatist group that kidnapped Leah Sharibu? Is it the separatist group that made students of Shegun Shagari College of Education to burn their own students? And even the guy that burnt her was going with the matches. Is it the separatist group? You see, Nigeria is not. If this administration must wake up, I keep saying it that what Trump said is not. He didn't just wake up to say what he said. We living inside Nigeria, we know there is massive bloodshed. There are killings. So it's not a question of somebody lobbying to misrepresent Nigeria. What is the reality on the ground? Are people being killed? Government has not. This information minister, anyway, he's doing his job. But pointing finger at any separatist group trying to misrepresent Nigeria, he has not told us whether people are dying or not. He has not told the world. Look, I'm happy that people are realizing that, look, there is need for dialogue. The federal government is coming out right now to show us that they are working to make sure that people are not dying. That is what we ought to do. We should stop blame game. He has never taken us anywhere. I remember somebody called on this platform sometime and was telling us that Tinubu inherited insecurity and therefore we should not. But you knew about the problem before you came on board. So this blame game will take Nigeria to nowhere. Back to what the Vatican said. If we are truthful, the good book said, you know the truth and the truth will set you free. If we are truthful about solving our problem, we don't need America to solve our problem. But the president must have the political will to engage these people that are making his administration look like they don't know what they are doing as far as insecurity is concerned. That's what the president ought to do, not to be listening to people that are saying is a group that is that went to lobby America. But is it a reality? Is it true? Are people dying in Nigeria? Do we need any lobby for America to know that people are dying here? So what the Minister of Information has said he has not woken up to the reality that people are dying in Nigeria. We don't need any group to go and tell America that people are dying. So what we have just said this morning, if government becomes serious about tackling insecurity, they know where they are. UAE gave us the names of terrorism sponsors. Have we published them? Do we know them? We don't know them. So how do you expect that this thing will stop when you are shielding those that are another country? Now, nobody said it's a separatist group that told UAE to publish the names. We didn't hear that one. Now, America is coming to intervene. It becomes the problem of a separatist group telling America that trying to misrepresent Nigeria. Is it the same separatist group that told UAE to send the name of terrorism sponsors that Nigerian government has not been able to tell Nigerians who they are and where they live? What are we saying? We keep on deceiving ourselves in this country. We keep on looking at the problem and we're looking the other way. The president must wake up and do the needful because he is empowered to protect Nigerians. That's the duty of government. The duty of government is not to be giving people excuses and offering platitudes every now and then. No. People must be protected, whether Muslims or Christians. Killing must stop in the name of whatever. Somebody even came up and said it's a climate change. I look at a highly educated person coming up on air to say that climate change is the reason why people are. Imagine what you hear people say in this country. And these are people we respect. These are people we honor. You see a truth. And now the Minister of Information is fingering the separatist group. This highly educated man was talking of climate change. Is it climate change that is causing mayhem all over the north? Is it climate change? We should tell ourselves the truth, for goodness sake.
All right, you can join the conversation this morning by being a part of the show. We're live on Facebook. Drop your comments on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Drop your comments right there, and we'll be sure to take your comments this morning. The phone lines are 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893, or 0911 333 893. Those are the phone lines for you to call to be a part of the show. All right, let's move on to the Punch newspaper for this morning. Let's take a look at the lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. House shuts down plenary amid tension over budget. Tension over the 2026 budget stalled proceedings at the House of Representatives on Tuesday as lawmakers abruptly adjourned plenary without considering a single term on the day's order paper. It was an unusual development last witnessed only when the chamber suspended sittings in honor of a deceased member. Lawmakers exchanged heated words in the closed-door session that preceded the adjournment, fueling speculation of growing division within the House over the handling of the budget process. So the House is to reconvene today with the loan request expected to feature. That's the loan request of the president. Proceedings, according to the story in the Punch newspaper, the other paper they had yesterday had contained 30 bills for first reading, 16 reports for consideration, 8 bills for second reading, 6 motions that were slated for consideration and possible adoption. But they could not do any of that, according to sources, because no official explanation was made. The whole issue was centered on the 1-week ultimatum that was issued to ministers of finance, budget and national planning, and also the accountant general to clear outstanding debts to indigenous contractors. So because of that, the House had to shut their session, which again was yesterday was also supposed to be when the House would approve the loan request of the president, but even that did not happen. So according to this story, now there are speculations that maybe it could be because of the budget, the loan.
Yeah, that is exactly the reason. You see, but the issue of loan or as of loan request is the only thing that is interesting to me in this drama as playing out during the plenary. I don't understand why we are told that we are no longer going to ask to borrow money, and we are still borrowing money. Nobody has told us. You said something before that Ezekwesili and somebody we are asking Nigerians to hold. How do we hold government accountable? No. When you tell Nigerians to hold their government accountable, how will it happen? How will it happen? It won't happen in the kind of system that we are running. There's no way Nigerians, they don't even know what we are doing. They don't even know. They don't even know what budget is all about because it has no impact on their lives except the impact of suffering.
Actually, so during the plenary, some members expressed disgust at the federal execute capital components of the 2024-2025 budget, despite the fact that the House gave 1 week deadline.
That is where I'm going to. Capital components of the budget. And we keep on borrowing money. That's where we keep asking questions. This money we are borrowing, what are we doing with it? I even had, there was something I saw on the social media, but I don't know how truthful it is in Nigeria. What exactly is going on? Because leadership is not about volume. It's about vibration, determination, strategy, and initiative. What initiative are they bringing to take Nigerians out of the woods? We said something this morning about inflation. That the banks are complaining that inflation is affecting where will it not affect the people? Because we seem not to know where we have not seen the wood for the trees. We seem not to understand what actually is going on. And people are telling Nigerians to hold government accountable. How do we hold them accountable? Where do we start? Is it from their hand or from their leg? Where do we hold them? There's no way for us to hold them. We are just there for experiment. We are just there for taking, bearing the brunt of policies that are not well determined or that are not well thought through. All these things we are talking about in the House as this morning, how does it affect an average Nigerian? Is it making life easy for Nigerian or making it difficult for them? What is the meaning of all this? Because at the end of the day, all these monies are borrowed in our name, and yet we are not feeling the impact of the money that have been borrowed. I don't understand. And when we borrow for critical infrastructure, where are the infrastructure? What impact are they having on the people? Because at the end of the day, the true test of economic prosperity is the people. If the people are kwashiorkor, if the people are not eating well, and we have flyover everywhere, you have failed. There's nothing to show for it. I'm a father. If I borrow money to take care of my family or anything, and my children are not eating well, and yet I ride in big cars, if you come to my house, you see gadgets all over the place, and there's no food in the house, I am a failure. First of all, take this money to secure Nigeria in terms of dealing with our insecurity, in terms of focusing on things that will actually, that's one of the things that IMF told the federal government. Look at what you said this morning, 44% of Nigerians, the money has not even gotten to them. Edo State came up on Monday that they will give 1 billion to market women as loan. How far will that loan go? Who are the beneficiaries? Who are those that will be giving the money? The problem we have is that we know what to do, but we cannot do it sincerely and in a transparent manner to have a positive impact on the lives of the people that are suffering. All this drama in the house is all about money. Nothing but money. This money, what are they using this money to do? How many trillion are we owing? Our money is almost going to
193
trillion. That's what we are owing. And where this money borrowed in our name, what are the impacts on ordinary Nigerians?
All right, this is your Perspectives Unlimited right here on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Perspectives Unlimited will return after this commercial break.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas!
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Christmas is almost here, and Wells Radio 89.3 FM is bringing the joy closer to you. It's the Father Christmas Fiesta 2025.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Happening live on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of December 2025. It's 3 days of joy, fun, and family moment that every child will remember. We are calling on churches, NGOs, schools, brands, and kind-hearted individuals to partner, sponsor, and spread the joy of Christmas to families across Ibadan and your state. Let's make Christmas brighter together. For sponsorship and partnership, call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Sam on 0813 746 5878. Ayo on 0706 840 7359. Wells Radio 89.3 FM, celebrating Christmas the family way.
Now the ground is white, so grow it while you're young.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on these websites: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817 665 7060, 0707 338 4828, SEC 0209 462 1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. You can put a call through 0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, or 0915-333-4893, 0915-333-4893. You can also call 0911-3333-893. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Still talking about the reps. The reps raise alarm over 1,894 unmanned borders. The House of Representatives has raised concerns over the security of Nigeria's borders, stating that 1,894 out of the country's 1,978 entry points remain unmanned, leaving them vulnerable to illegal activities. The lawmakers said the nation is facing growing threats from illegal arms smuggling, human trafficking, and drug trafficking. The chairman of the Ad hoc Committee on Border Security, Issa Anka, raised the concerns at the inauguration of the committee in Abuja on Tuesday. It said that according to a recent report, only 84 entry points across Nigeria are officially manned by security operatives, a figure that it described as disturbingly low, given the country's vast 36,450 kilometers of land and sea borders. So he attributed the porous borders to several factors: inadequate resources, difficult terrain such as forests, rivers, deserts, and mountains, and also the negative behavioral attitudes to some border personnel. Among some border personnel, rather. So some of the border personnel, their character is not good enough. Their behavioral attitude is not good enough.
Okay, their behavior, who trained them? Their behavior and their attitude. There is something that Trump said sometime during his first outing. He said that it is only hell that has no border when he started sending people out of America. You understand? And you understand where he's going. When you have a country where you have borders and the people, even those 84 that are manned, what kind of human beings are manning them? Those people that are manning them, have they turned the place to a marketplace? Because if you go to some of our borders, you see a lot of funny uniforms, and yet people are trooping into this country. There's only a country that knows where they are going that can man their border. We have 1,894 unmanned borders across Nigeria. And it's even very, very dangerous. You know why? Look at what is happening in the Sahel region. Look at what is playing out right now in Mali. Look at how the jihadists in Mali are trying to take over the government of Mali. And remember that Mali shares a border with Niger Republic. And don't forget that Niger Republic is just across the border. It's just a neighbor to Nigeria. So if we are serious about tackling insecurity, government must focus on all the porous borders around our country. All the porous borders. The people you are sending to man these borders, what kind of equipment are you giving them? How well are they trained to understand that, look, it's not a place don't turn the place to ATM or POS, where people will be coming in and you collect money from them and allow them to enter. No, but these things cannot happen unless we have a national cohesion. You can pick your call.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
These are the Uncle from Muslim.
Welcome to the show, Adirunke.
Thank you. Yeah, concerning the presidency that said, if not for the concern of Trump, that it has started yielding positive results. So I think at this point they should not play games with innocent citizens. Like those bandits or what did they call them must be flushed out. Take it or leave it. We Nigerians, we need a foreign military support, and nothing is even yielding any positive result because these terrorists have now moved to other zones in Nigeria after the Trump statement. Just take a look at it. As the day before yesterday, I read online that people were kidnapped. I think along Kogi to Abuja Road, they were being kidnapped. Likewise, in Kwara State, too, they were being kidnapped. So where is the outcome of the positive result that it is yielding? So they should. My own take is that it's not even positive, so they should strengthen the security architecture in the country. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Adirunke from Muslim.
Tolu, before you secure a country, the people inside that country must have a sense of belonging. Life with the people of that country must be livable, so that when you are securing it, the people will be patriotic. When you make life meaningful for their citizens, they will be very, very patriotic. When you send them to the border, whoever that is coming into that country, they will have to check that person. But whereby there is no life with the people self, and you are sending somebody to the border to go and stop other people from coming in, how will you stop? Do you know why Americans or other countries that treat their citizens well, where they are well secured? Because the people living inside are happy with their country. But you send somebody to the border to go and man the border. The person has not been paid. The person, there's no insurance for him. Most of the things that he will ordinarily derive, if anything happens to him, is not given to him. And you put him at the border. What do you think he's going to do at that border? He will turn that place to a place, he will turn it into a cash cow where he will be making his money. So if government is interested in securing Nigeria, people we are sending, we must first of all reject this country. That's where I stand. Nigerians must have a sense of belonging. Nigerians must be made to believe that this country Do you know that an average Nigerian, when you ask him, are you a Nigerian? First of all, he will tell you his ethnic identity. He doesn't even believe in the country. He doesn't identify with the country. People must first of all identify with their country before they secure it. If they don't identify with their country, they will never secure it. Americans and other countries like Ghana here, they identify with their country. That's why when you go on the street and you do certain things, they will call you and say, are you from where? I remember when I was in Ghana, they did it to me a lot of times. You are walking on the road, somebody will accost you. Are you from where? You understand? But here, everybody can come in from Sudan. You can come in from anywhere and enter this place. Nigerians don't even care. Those people that enter this country, do you know that they even behave worse than Nigerians when they enter this country? They can even challenge you because they see the place as a place and as a no man's land. Anybody can come here and do whatever he likes to do and go scot-free. In certain countries, before you enter that country, they will tell you, don't have anything to do with the police. Anything that will lead you to police, avoid it. But most people that are inside our country, they will even come here and be harassing you. If that's what I'm saying, go to Toluwaleke here. Go to Mobile. Most of those Okada boys are from where? Some of them are from Sudan. Some of them are from so many places. No paper, nothing. They just enter here. And when you talk of NIN, they will collect it. You talk of voters card, they will collect it. So what are we saying? Because Nigerians don't care about who comes in to live with them because they've not been able to identify with the country. When we identify with the country, when we make lives livable for our citizens, Nigerians will identify with their country, and whoever wants to enter here, they will rise up. They will protect their country. But now, it's like it doesn't concern me. And when you send people to the border, what are you sending them to the border to do? They are part of the city. They are citizens of this country. Are we taking good care of them? That's the question. Now, you know how much it will cost to secure these borders. When you post people there, you not mention about character and attitude of the people because of poor quality training. How are they trained? You are sending somebody to the border to deal with people that are coming in. Most of these problems, do you know that people that, I remember when there was a massacre in Benue people said that the language of the people who attacked them doesn't resemble any language in Nigeria. That they are foreigners. Even Army came to tell us that they are foreigners. How did they manage to enter and violate our sovereignty, which everybody is shouting now? Nigeria is a sovereign nation. But you allowed people from outside to come and violate your sovereignty. and you are attacking somebody who said he wants to come and help you, that is, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Where is that sovereignty when these non-state actors came from another country to come and violate your sovereignty? That's what we are saying. Most of these people, I don't think most of them are Nigerians. But how did they enter? Because of the porosity of our bodies. Those who are there, what are they doing? Are we training them enough? Are we paying them enough? Are we making them feel that, yes, they belong to a country that will take care of them? Look, go and check what happens to people that retire. Police retirees are protesting. Army retirees are protesting. Do you think that country, do you think you will get somebody who will truly and truly be posted to a border and he will care about the country? That's the big question. Because we must tell ourselves the truth. If you want people to secure Nigeria, treat them as citizens and make sure that you give them what it takes for them to work for that country that they belong to.
0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, or 0915-333-4893, 0915-333-4893. You can also call 0911 3333 893, 0911 3333 893. Drop your comments on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Drop your comments on that Facebook page and we'll be sure to take your comments this morning. All right, let's check out another story that is across dailies this morning. Wike soldiers bicker over alleged land grabbing. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Nyesom Wike, stormed Plot 1946 in the Gadua district, Abuja, following reports that soldiers had taken over the disputed parcel of land, allegedly linked to a former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubair Gambo, retired. Speaking during the unscheduled visit, Wike expressed anger that government officials from the FCT Department of Development Control were chased away from the site by armed soldiers while attempting to enforce a stop work order earlier issued by his office. And, the video came out online and the officials, said that one particular soldier who actually responded said that assured that the land was acquired legally, and so they would not allow them to illegally take over the land because besides is acting on order. But the reaction of the FCT minister to that brought a lot of let's pick this call first. Hello,
good morning, the beautiful radio woman.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Gbenga Mari.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Chukwemeka, I greet you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, my name is Gbenga Mari, calling from Apacha. I'm just tuning into the station now, and the thing I heard you read, the news I heard you read is about the competition between Minister Wike and the gallant soldier. I think, to the best of my knowledge, I don't know how we got to this stage in our country, that a civilian will be insulting a well-respected soldier. You can see the way the man was talking yesterday. I mean, the soldier. He was talking with utmost respect. At the end of every of his sentences, you will hear the guy saying, "Sir, I'm not a fool, sir. I'm under instruction, sir." You can hear the tone. That means that the officer is a well-trained officer. So it's just that it's disheartening that our own Wike could degrade himself so low by calling a well-grown man a fool. As I am now, can I ever call my son, who is over 20 years, can I call him a fool? I can't. So the thing is, I think what UK has done yesterday is a stain on the presidency, is a stain on the executive, is a stain on the all military outfits across the country, because it is a matter of why are you here? Like somebody said, he has the number of the CDS on his phone. If UK can step back in his office and put a call through to the CDS and try to sort the things out without him even coming to the venue where soldiers are. So the point is this: let UK, who will be spending just 4 years as a minister or maximum 8 years, let him not be seeing himself as a god. Then I like what the officer did yesterday. And it's a clarion call to our politicians not to be insulting our personnel anyhow. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you for your contribution on the show this morning. So, in addition to what Mr. Benga Mario said, the military veterans have actually berated the minister for the clash with the naval officer, and they demand an apology.
You see, I hope our president understands the damage Wike is doing to his reputation. I hope he understands it. Because I watched the video, and I couldn't imagine a minister descending to the gutter to be calling somebody a fool. In fact, that guy, that military guy, I salute his courage. The man was so respectful, he didn't reply. And Wike was raving and cursing this man and saying all unprintable things on camera. That goes to show you the face. I don't think that our president truly understands that Wike has become a liability to his administration. Honestly speaking, because I don't have to dilute my conviction because of being labeled that Wike is a misfit. If you watch that video and they tell you that this person is a minister of the Federal Republic, you will doubt it.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Wells Radio. My name is Tunde. I'm calling from Oluyole.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. So I would love to speak on two things.
Okay.
First and foremost, on our honorable Minister of SCT that disgraced himself in front of a naval officer. It's really uncalled for. That is to show us that our politicians are the problem. The military are bound with orders. That is discipline of the highest. And for you to downgrade, and in fact, you owe Nigerian an apology, and he owes the Nigerian army an apology also. It's wrong. Now, when you start behaving like this, what are you trying to tell the rest, senators and then ministers that okay, they can go around, and speak to the military men anyhow? And that is why people are not really regarding the police of today, because you can see what played out. Even the police people were just there, moving like flies. Moving like flies. So I expect him to have an open apology to Nigerians and then to the armed forces entirely. I want him to understand one thing. And let us all understand that the Nigerian military are only indicted to the president. And that is just the truth. Not even an ordinary minister or a common senator. So the Nigerian police also should pick lessons from this. We should be able to stand our grounds as military men, not for somebody using you as handkerchiefs. And after 4 years, they dump you and you now become useless as racks.
Okay.
If you listen to the last statement by a soldier to an inspector in the Nigerian police, he said, I pity your family because at the end of the day, we don't know you. And that's the truth. You see them coming out, we have not been paid, our pension was being paid, it was not what we expected. And when you are busy eating your pension when you are alive. So you see, it's so bad. Then on the issue of insecurity, let us stop playing politics. Let us stop playing politics. Look, there are many facts. Either Christians or Muslims are being killed. The killing of a citizen of a country should be the paramount concern of the federal government.
Okay.
Everybody is important. Even the goat in your house and the dog in your house is important. It has a role that is playing in the society. Everybody has just forgotten the massacre that happened in Benue. Everybody has forgotten the massacre that happened in Owo. And I always say this to the Southwest.
Oh, yeah, you've got it.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tune, we lost
See,
you.
let me tell you something. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the commander even insulted him. That thing Wike did is even an insult on the president.
Okay. Hello.
Good morning, sister. Mr. Chukwuemeka. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please, we need you to speak a bit louder so we can hear you properly.
I want to speak into matter.
Okay, sir.
First foremost, security. Mr. Chukwuemeka speak a point. Please, can you remember when the former president, the late Buhari, was the head of state? He opened the border for free for all the foreign countries to relocate to Nigeria. Well, we'll be worried again. Security have paid in this country. Security have not even paid in this country, where all those Boko Haram receive all the weapons they are using. It's not somebody that sponsored them, and we know them. And government too, they know themselves. So security have paid. They are already paid in this country. My prayer is that if it is a will of God for Donald Trump, the president of Nigeria, to come and liberate. If it's a will of God, nobody can stop him. That's one point. So the second issue is that the minister of the Abuja, Federal Capital Abuja, he should be thinking that, according to what my brother said in this studio there, is appointment by the president, and he can sack at any time. So let our former governor, Mr. Wike, respect in integrity, the seniority, and political career. You should respect it.
Okay, sir.
Force will be a force. Somebody that trained for NDA for 5 years. Is it easy to commission? Somebody trained for NDA. And for good respect for that officer, he was so well trained. Despite that, our minister is working in office, political appointment, but you should even take it and moving it by the respect way. You have everything, you have the data. So look at the issue of our late Abiola, when one sergeant was slapping in the airport. He's slapping his house. The man must be a wicked as a Guinea. And the man was the worst.
Okay,
in the military.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution on the show this morning.
Tolu, do you know what played out in that video? That officer, his name is Yereman.
Yeah,
that guy is a symbol of Nigerian army. He's well trained. I respect that guy. And Wike represented this administration woefully. It's a very bad outing for this administration. When in terms of behavior, when in terms of comportment, Wike lost it. And he has been losing it too. It didn't start today. But it is the onus lies on the president to call him to order. Because he's rubbishing the president. Because the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So he equally disrespected the president. And Wike must be made to understand that, look, you are not the president of Nigeria. You are not. If something is wrong with you, go for treatment.
All right, on Facebook, Suleiman Cher. All security officers must remember that their loyalty is to the state, not to personalities. The officer uttered a statement that speaks volumes. I'm not a fool. I'm an officer and I have integrity. That statement is a bombshell for the FCT minister to think twice and understand that integrity is the foundation upon which we build our lives, relationships, and our reputations. All right, thank you so much for that, Suleiman Sheriff. As I wanted to say that Donald Trump is not the president of Nigeria. Yes, I'm sure that must have been a slip as he was trying to, Donald Trump is the president of the U.S. All right. Maybe just for a few seconds. The World Bank said only 44% of social benefits reach poor Nigerians.
So how do you expect it to reach the normal Nigerians? Because we are not a data-friendly country. So those money they are sharing, they know who they are giving it to. If for World Bank to say only 44, they even tried 44. Is even a very good percentage. I was even thinking that it should be about 20. You understand? So if we want to really reach out to our people, we know what to do. We have BVN, we have NIN, we know what to do to reach to the people that need this money.
All right. We lost our call already. I was hoping that we could squeeze it in for a few seconds. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for bringing me, Tolu.
Okay, let's just see. In 30 seconds, please. Good morning.
Morning. George calling you from Oluwaleke.
Welcome to the show, sir.
We have not seen anything from Wike yet. Wait till 2027. I asked you a question yesterday. A man who can stop a whole political party, not to hold election, will hold this country down. And he has authority coming from above. Good morning.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution on the show today. Thank you so much to everyone who has been a part of the show today. Perspectives Unlimited returns tomorrow. And as I would always say, wherever it is that you find yourself, ensure that you put Nigeria out there in good lights. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I am Toluwaleke Alli.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility